A new season, a new high school romance anime with its own small variation on a slightly stale, very played out genre. In other news, we are receiving reports that grass is in fact green. But why do I keep coming back? Because it ain't for this. These are the kind of moments that make you look over your shoulder checking if anyone is seeing you watching this, because deep down, you know it's cringe. However, if you saw such moments and thought, oh, what do you mean that's cringe? That's really cute. I bet girls do that all the time. This video is not for you. I ain't trying to ruin your fun. Although, I do hope a day comes when you hear this and feel an itch at the back of your brain, a slight discomfort. Then you will know. You can be saved. Okay, hello all 100 plus of you. Ain't that fun? I definitely could not fit you all in my room. Today, I want to talk about my pros and cons with high school romance anime, specifically through the lens of a new show airing this season, Can a Boy-Girl Friendship Survive? Just know this is going to be very personal and not very deep and analytical, only held together by what I felt like talking about on the day. I do hope that I can at least speak to what may be a common feeling. Let's dive in. High school is divisive. Some people think of it as one of the happiest times of their life, where they had their closest friendships and perhaps even first serious romances, while others would refer to high school in a similar way a Ukrainian soldier would refer to their past couple years. That is to say, not fondly. What this says about the setting of high school, though, is that when at its best, it is a social melting pot where a lot of firsts are happening. This objectively leads to a fun setting for romance stories. But why is it so popular? Well, who consumes some of the most anime at the fastest rates? Bingo! Teenage boys who are likely attending a high school. Now, they have relatability, they have a point of reference to their own life. You may now think, oh, so this is only appealing as wish fulfillment to make up for their own disappointing day-to-days at their own school. They could be living their own romance. And I'm not going to argue that that isn't a portion of the audience. It definitely is. However, I was friends with guys who did quite well for themselves socially. Went to parties, had cute girlfriends, vomited in their friend's garden at 2 a.m. on a Sunday. They had a social life. But they would still eat these shows up. So clearly, there's more at work here. Let's talk about what I think is the true fire in the high school rom-com anime furnace. Okay, let's talk about the show on the thumbnail now. Moments like this are cute. They just are. This show has some solid character writing that feels sincere to me. I believe that Himari and Yu are best friends, they have good bents and clearly care a lot about each other. If the show fucks this relationship up, there is no show. So I'm glad we got at least that on lock. Seeing two people get in situations like this, as contrived as it may be, is fun to watch. It's hard to look away from. You know what else this show does well? It's freaking funny! We did it, guys! Wow! We remember the com in the rom-com. Many forget that, but not here. I have audibly laughed watching this show. Before we even saw Himari's brother on screen, I was smiling at his mere description. And then we got about 2 minutes with him, and now he's my goat.
今日は上層部に救う老害どもを叩きのめすための資料作りだ。本当はゆうくんと一緒にアニメグッズ漁りをしたいところだが、社会人の辛いところだね。
The scenes where Yu describes exactly what Himari is likely thinking about is pretty funny. So gotta give the cast their flowers on this one, as the delivery is what's really selling it. Pacing is something that, if done well, should go mostly unnoticed, as the plot will feel like it's moving naturally from A to B at a reasonable yet engaging speed. Unlike this video, which may feel somewhat insane. But sometimes you get shows like this, where I feel like my 85-year-old grandmother at the Christmas dinner table. It's all just a bit much for me. Everything is moving so fast, to the show's overall detriment, I think. But on the other hand, it's also hilarious to watch a group of people that seem to be on conversational heroin blitz through a character interaction that would have taken other shows a whole episode in just under 6 minutes. Alright, can I be vulnerable with you all? I made this video mainly so I could express my hatred in a public forum for these bullshit fucking anime noises, and you! I also derive no enjoyment from this character archetype of
I love you, Protag-kun, because we actually met once 10 years ago, and I've never forgotten your kindness you showed me, and I've been waiting for the day we reunited so I could hope to win your love.
It feels so cheap and unearned. The writer just wanted a reason for a beautiful girl to have feelings for Protag-kun without going through the work of building up those feelings over time through character interactions and Protag-kun earning those earnest feelings of affection. It comes off to me as,
I want love triangle now!
instead of building it in a way that feels authentic. However, she can pick up Himari with one hand, and that's objectively pretty awesome, so maybe I spoke too soon. Hey gang, thank you for all of you who made it this far in the video, it means a lot. Apologies if this one felt a bit disjointed. The main goal was to express some of my feelings about the show and broadly the genre as a whole. Hope you had fun. If you would mayhaps consider scattering the crumbs of your favor to this poor online creator, I would very much appreciate that. Begging aside, have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you again.